Why, hello there everyone. I'm Laxow, aka the Kumo Sensei. Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. And today we're looking at one of our mature male tarantulas. And this is one that has matured recently, and you may have already guessed based on Tuesday's video. Yes, this is my Pamphobeteus species petersi, or is it petersi? But either way though, he's a mature male now. And honestly, I was very surprised. I thought that on his next molt, he wouldn't be mature, but would be penultimate instead. But it turns out he matured out this recent molt. And honestly, he's very small in my personal opinion. I did measure his molt, so you'll see that later. But for now, he doesn't look that big, and I promise you, he's very small. I'd say he's about 7 inches in diagonal leg span. So he's not that big, he's quite leggy, and he does have his emboli and tibial hooks. From what I've seen from other Pamphobeteus species petersi, they're usually around 7.5 inches to 8 inches in leg span. So in comparison to this guy, he's on the smaller side. But either way though, I do have plans on breeding this guy in the future, so let us wait and see. And his colors are pretty interesting, I have to say. It is just this beautiful, like, the contrast between the purples and the black on his carapace is just amazing. There's also a slight tint of blue, but it doesn't really come off that well on the camera, but at least the purple does, and the purple looks amazing. And that's pretty much your typical Pamphobeteus for you guys. Pamphobeteus mature males, man, they all look fantastic. I have yet to see a Pamphobeteus species where the mature males look lackluster. Every single mature male Pamphobeteus looks amazing. I'll say that again, and pretty much anybody will agree on that. But coming back into this mature male tarantula though, he does have his tibial hooks, as the typical terrestrial New World tarantulas, and it's honestly interesting how thin his legs look. But this species does relatively have thin looking legs to begin with, so let us see how well he does once we pair him. But I'm not gonna lie though, I did not notice that he molted out into a mature male until maintenance day, and I actually thought he had about a week or two left in pre-molt before he molted out. So let us actually spread out this molt and let us actually measure it, because he doesn't seem that large, so getting a base idea of his molt and how much he jumped from how he looks now will give us a general idea. And measuring his leg span and DLS, diagonal leg span, it comes out to about 6 inches exact, which is pretty interesting because he doesn't look 6 inches to me, but hey, that's what it measured. When it comes to the regular leg span, from the front leg to the back leg, it measured 5.5 inches. And that's his overall growth, which is pretty surprising that he's a mature male now, but don't worry, because I will use him and I will pair him up with my females in the future, so stay tuned. And speaking of females, this right here is our female specimen, and yes, she is a mature female, and she's about the exact same leg span as the male. Even though she doesn't look like it, she pretty much is. So this female is one of my 2 females that I have currently, and she's actually smaller than my other female that I have, and which that other female is way larger than this one here. But she is kind of old and kind of picky when it comes to eating in comparison to this younger female, so I don't know exactly which one I'll breed first. This female, the younger one, or the older one. Most likely I'll like to try the larger older one first to see how it goes, because she is a bit more docile than this younger female. This younger female has a bunch of youth in her still, and she's very feisty. So this female you're seeing here will most likely be the second one that I'll pair. So when it comes to breeding information regarding the species, there's really no actual information out there. And although there have been successful pairings in captivity already, they don't really have any actual reports posted on what they did exactly. So I'm pretty much coming into this in the dark. So we kind of had to test out the waters and see what to do and how it goes. I am confident in my skill, but then again I don't know the outcome. So I am going to be a bit wary throughout the entire process and a bit meticulous just to see what works and what doesn't. So am I nervous? Yes, I am, because there's a chance the male may get eaten, there's a chance that she might not ever lay an egg sac, there's a chance that things might not work out. But it is a risk I gotta take, so let us wait and see for the future. So allow me to show you this specimen here. So this is my other female specimen, the larger older female, and she is a bit old, but she should be fine to breed. Now granted, she is a very slow and very picky eater, so feeding this female is pretty much hit or miss. Most of the time she doesn't eat, because she eats on and off, so I don't really expect her to eat in this video. So if she doesn't eat, then that's fine, because she's very gentle, which is honestly surprising. It's like the complete opposite of my younger female, and I'm guessing that's what age does to everybody. I guess it slows them down and it makes them more gentle. So I am more inclined to breed this older female first, just because she's larger, she's more docile, and there's a better chance that she won't eat the male. So I'm more confident in using my male for this female here than my younger one. But then again though, since there's no information on breeding reports, I am coming into this blind, so I don't know exactly how she'll react when there's a male present. And oh man, I am super hyped about this breeding project for sure. So this is the last thing I want to update on, which is the mature male Theraphosa blondie that I unboxed here in the channel. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a video in the top right, go check it out. So the reason why I'm updating on this mature male Theraphosa blondie is because he finally made a sperm web. And honestly, his abdomen is a bit still small, so I would like to put some more weight on this guy before I actually try to breed him with my females. And like I stated, this is a side project that I'm working on behind the scenes. And if I had to compare him to my mature male Theraphosa sturmey when I still had him, this guy does not eat as aggressively as my mature male Theraphosa sturmey. He still does eat very well, and he is a great eater, but he's not a big eater in comparison to the sturmey, which is pretty interesting in terms of comparison when it comes to their appetite. So my goal now is to actually put on some weight on this guy. So I'm just pretty much trying to feed him every single day or every single other day to try to put some more weight on him. He has gained weight, but not a lot. So let us add some more weight on this guy, and then I'm going to try to attempt to breed him with my female off camera. So let us wait and see how that goes. Now don't get it twisted everyone, I truly love this male, which is why I really want him to eat well. Now I'm super excited to breed this male with my females, but one of my females, the younger female that is, I believe she started going to pre-molt, so we kind of had to wait and see if she's going to molt or not. But the larger one though, she is ready to go, and she's about his leg span actually. So in terms of leg span, they're about the same leg span, but she is way more feistier and way more thicker in terms of body weight. But I think she'll be happy to see him. And I guess I'll wrap it up around here. So without further ado, as the typical, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I upload every single Tuesday and Friday here on the channel. And also support me on social medias such as my IG and on Patreon. And with that, stay lax and Laxow out from the Kumo Sensei.